So here's a little video about one of those things that is a tiny, tiny little thing in your head, but sometimes becomes a bigger thing the more and more you think about it. And this is for our boys and those people who are going to be wearing jackets. It's a case of when should a jacket be buttoned, which buttons should be fastened, and what's the whole deal with buttons. It is a tiny little thing, but I've known in the past that this has been something that has played on a few boys' minds. And again, if you've got something playing on your mind, it's just detracting from the fun you're having at your formal occasions. So let's answer all these little questions. You'll see that today I'm wearing my suit. I've just got a white t-shirt on underneath to hopefully make it easier for you to see the jacket. Obviously, if I'm going to a formal occasion, I'm not wearing a t-shirt. I'd have a shirt, tie, possibly even a waistcoat on. But for now, this will be good enough to show you what you need to know. This jacket I'm wearing is a 2-button jacket. You can get jackets with 3 buttons. I've seen jackets also with 1 button and something called a double-breasted jacket, which is a jacket that wraps all the way over and can have 2 lines of buttons. This is a simple single-breasted jacket, quite typical and common of the types of jackets we see most of the time, and most of you will have a 2-button or 3-button version of this single-breasted jacket. So here's what to think about. When you're at a non-formal occasion, but you're wearing a jacket, that can stay open. That's absolutely fine, and no one would expect you to have a jacket buttoned up. If this is an informal occasion, just somewhere you've chosen to throw a jacket on, and again, maybe even a t-shirt underneath would be fine in those kinds of occasions. But let's us focus on formal occasions. When you're at a formal occasion, there are times when it is proper to have a jacket buttoned. So when you're standing, you would have your jacket buttoned. Sitting, you would unbutton the jacket. So that's the first thing to think of. If I'm standing up and it's a formal occasion, then I have a jacket buttoned. If I'm going to sit down, I unbutton the jacket. An unbuttoned jacket when sitting means as you sit down, the jacket can fall around the side of your body and the upper part stays nice and neat, and it just looks better when you're sitting down. When you stand up, you'll be fastening your jacket. Now then, which buttons do you fasten? That's where we need to spend some time now. So let's think about this. I have a 2-button jacket. Whether it's a 2-button jacket or a 3-button jacket, start from the bottom. As you come up, the first button you hit is a never fasten button. We don't fasten the bottom button of a 2 or a 3-button jacket. The bottom button always stays open. And then as we move up, we get to that next button. For me, that's my 2nd button, which is the only other button on the jacket. It's my top button for me. That is always fastened. So on a 2-button jacket, we have a never fasten and an always fasten. If you have a 3-button jacket, then you've got another button a little bit higher up in the row of 3 here now. That is up to you. That's a sometimes button. And that is one where you want to go and stand in front of a mirror or maybe ask someone's opinion. Try fastening that 3rd button, the top one. Try unbuttoning it, try moving around and see what works best for you and what other people believe helps the jacket fall better off your shoulders and off your chest. So to recap, let's go through each of them. If it is a 1-button jacket, then you are buttoning that button when you're stood up. A 2-button jacket, the bottom one is always open, and then the other button is always fastened when you're standing up. A 3-button jacket, first one from the bottom, always open, then always closed, and the top button, the 3rd button, that's up to you. That's sometimes depending on you, depending on your shape and the jacket and how those 2 parts go together. So nice and easy. If you're standing, the routine we've just gone through. If you're sitting, always open, no matter how many buttons on the jacket. I hope that makes sense and takes away one of those little things that maybe plays on your mind when you're at your formal occasions. Thanks very much for listening, and remember, I am going to put these on YouTube, so if you do want to write any comments, you do want to ask me things about other parts of formal occasions, or anything else really I can give you advice on, come and see me or put a comment there. And even if you've left school and you're watching this a year after, I don't mind you sticking a hello sir on the bottom of there. But remember, be kind. I'm just here trying to help out, and kindness is what we want to spread. So thanks so much. I hope that makes sense and something that helps you on your journey in your formal occasion. Thank you.